Shake, shake!
That's right, those words have long been the maiden call of many forgotten retro gamers. The dialogue originates from an unpolished gem of the mid-90s, an N64 game called Mischief Makers. The game was developed by Treasure and published in America and Europe by Nintendo. Mischief Makers is a single-player platformer which takes place on a distant planet called Clancer, natively populated by, well, Clancers. The thing that classifies us as Clancers apparently this hideous face structure. Basically, everything belonging to this race has the same distinctive face, including the natives, animals, and even the blocks and volcanoes? Heck, even the planet. The story goes that our hero, the ultra intergalactic cyber G, aka Marina, and her creator Professor Theo take a trip to the planet Clancer. Oh yeah, she's his robot maid in case you're wondering. The game is Japanese after all. Unfortunately, you don't do the usual maid duties. That's you. So as you scout the planet, Professor Theo has captured what appears to be the Empire, or the Evil Empire. It depends on what side you're on. Theo is successfully captured, and you only manage to see him taken away by a huge Clansanoid. And being simple and quick to conclusions, your mission is to save your creator and destroy the evil. Then again, they made it quite clear that suffering and pain awaited the professor, so I guess it's all cool. You start your quest, and you're immediately introduced to the fact that not all Clansons are evil, despite your racist attitude towards them. Racist. Naturally being not evil, they suffer under the same influences of the evil empire and will aid you in a quest even though you're a complete dick. You can quite literally toss Clancers out of their house and nick all their rubies, shake traumatized patients, heck, even drop baby Clancers into fire and watch them suffer. What the fuck, did I just drop a baby into burning fire? Where's the child senses when you actually need them? I mean, forget Skyrim not allowing you to hit children or force rodel them. Here you get to toss babies into fire and watch as their soul leaves their burning flesh. Well, despite ritually burning their babies, many of them will help you in quest and help you use your robot-made abilities, which consists mainly of jumping, using your jet, and most importantly, grabbing the fuck out of everything and either shaking or tossing it. I'm very serious. You can pretty much grab anything and shake it. Lasers, missiles, clam pots to forge 4 flowers to a ninja star. I don't know. With these abilities you are to make your way through a series of maps and puzzles to reach your professor multiple times. Yes, he's captured it multiple times. Karen, a Clancer from the village, apparently everyone's from the village, also aids you in your quest. Not only can he punch enemy minions and triple jump, he can also turn into this huge block tank, which makes progressing this map a piece of cake. In return, however, shake me. Shake me hard. Let's just get this over with. So you make your way through the game and you quickly discover that the maps are rather short and the puzzles are quite easy. But far and few between comes these sucker maps just to stir it a bit up. I've just been introduced to the clan pot thingy. Remember that 4-flower ninja star stuff? Yeah, that. It lets you store seemingly unlimited items and it glows if you shake it. Either way, you pick it up and it progresses as you normally would. But you hit this wall which you simply can't pass. So you backtrack and speak to all the Clancers there, but no one tells you anything good. The only one that I did not talk to was Mrs. Hint, who would teach me something good for 10 rupees, but she makes me uncomfortable. So I had to look up the internet and discovered that the glowy business was actually the forging process, and I was to collect 4 smaller bombs from naturally spawning mobs, and then shake the bag to forge a Clancer bomb, effectively blowing up the wall. Now how was I meant to figure that out without taking a crash course from the awkward looking Mrs. Hint? Alright, the exit, there we go. Try again. Why, you little You finally make it to where they've taken the professor, where you meet a hovering reptile in a purple spandex. Characters in this game sure are confident in their sexuality. Alright, let's beat this guy. Some flying blizzard won't win me. Oh, the classic sun being bigger than power boss battle. Cliche. But can't say I wasn't expecting it. I mean, that guy was tiny. Oh man, he's doing pretty good. Pretty good. So, yeah, like every boss battle in this game, grab and toss, and now and then shake. No, really, this boss may look like a piece of work, but oh my, you'll be surprised. Look at this, look at my fast review of this battle with Mingan. Oh yeah, that's a name, Mingan. Yeah, remember that. No, you know, don't remember it. So yeah, we got Senior and Son here. Naturally, Dad is gonna be a dick shooting these small lightning bulbs, so we'll take him out first. Let me see here. Okay. Grab, toss. There we go. We got some damage. That's good. And again, and they're dead. Now we deal with the sun. Grab, toss, and grab and toss. And seriously, I mean, this is more straightforward than the Legend of Zelda bosses. In fact, these boss battles are usually the shortest of maps in the entire game. No, not excellent. Well, alright, it's not like it's bad just because you only have one form of attack, because it's pretty sweet having to defend huge hands of death simply by grabbing them, shaking enemy missiles to coke them up before you toss it right back in the faces, go all spirit bomb in the asses. You beat up the baddies and you save your professor, and after being saved from the evil empire and being chewed up by a huge lava golem, how do you congratulate your savior? Why yes, go all creepy and say, "I've missed you, Marina," with this face. I mean, seriously, this guy's issues. I mean, you just... Even for Japanese, there are limits. Well, there must be. News spreads to the Emperor and we induced to the Beast Sector, which apparently is beastmen who work for the evil Emperor. Oh yeah, that's him right there, that weird-looking rock man thing with glistering forehead and navel. Yeah, that's navel. This bunch of loonies, in fact, has some master plan for justice, and we're screwing up with being evil. To be honest, at this point in the game, I kind of agree with them. I mean, if you look back, I've been quite a dick. I mean, burning baby clancers, shaking traumatized patients, and jerking kids off my balls. Yeah, who feels silly now? Luna, being some beast wolf, is the first to go. To reach him, you have to win some Clancer Winter Sport Festival, where a kitten will challenge you. It appears that the kitten quickly realizes that it's too weak, yeah, no shit, to fight you, and instead wages that he, yes he, will be better off playing a match of dodgeball, being which that if you win, he'll take you to Luna. Well, despite his oh so cute efforts, you can't lose. Oh, in case you're wondering, Professor Theo's been captured again, this time by Lunar, but replace him with a dummy which apparently could fool Marina for quite a while. Alright, here we got Luna, riding on the kitten you defeated earlier. You grab his missiles and toss them right back at him. But remember, shake for more power. You defeat him and, you guessed it, your professor's first reaction is to get with you. Look, I'm not gonna comment on this anymore, it's just wrong. I mean, don't give the child the attention it wants. After defeating Luna, you make your way to the next beastman, Taurus, whereas, yes, your Professor Theo's captured again, as you make a phone call. What? It's hard being a man. I could cry. I bet you could. On a side note, a thing that really got me to this game is how Marina always refers to the bosses and characters as if she already met them, or as she knew that this was just a game. Let's look back at Mingen, yeah? This time you've gone too far? This is their first encounter, and what does that mean, that they met before and they didn't go too far? This is weird. And then, as you meet Taurus in the cave, she goes, "Oh, are you the easy stage boss that I'll just defeat and move on?" What? How can she know that? It really freaks me out, man. Another thing that got me freaked is the logic in this game and how many women are totally taken advantage of. Take a look at this. In one of the first maps, you have to find 3 kids for this lady. I mean, it's a typical RPG quest, but, you know, kids being a bit special. But later, you find her again in this cave, and she's lost them again. Now, what kind of irresponsible mom would do that? But oh no, now she has 7. I have added a few. That's one way to put it. And why does she suddenly turn around to this male clancer behind her, which wasn't there when she only had 3? Is she trying to tell me something? Am I supposed to call the authorities? Yeah, I don't even care anymore. In the same cave, you find King Aster, who after being overmanned by the evil empire, fled to the cave to establish resistance. Now, naturally, saving him, my first reaction was, alright, time to fight back the enemy oppressors. But no. Your first and only mission is to fetch his tricycle. Whereas he simply replies, "Yay, now I can ride my tricycle again." And that's the end of that. There's no more hope for this planet. It's also in this cave that you meet Terran again. This time you get to play as him as you're temporarily incapacitated. His abilities are punching, triple jumping, which, you know, does come in handy more than the jet jump. I mean, the thing sucked. What? Did I just finish off a minion on his knees crying for mercy? This game is so messed up. It's from here on that I did my best just to beat them up till they start crying, and just to continue because I felt so bad, you know, killing them when on the knees crying. You're eventually resurrected, and without the help of bloodthirsty Theron and Mr. Ride My Tricycle, you defeat Taurus and make your way to the final enemy base, where you put everything you got to breach the defenses. Dodging missiles, beating troopers, blasting jet troopers and gentleman tanks. Yeah, I think that's what that is. Dealing rocket launchers from kittens and riding an ostrich. Oh, that's it. I quit. That's ridiculous. Riding an ostrich doesn't even make sense. To reach the final beastman, Merkel, the handsome man eagle. Just call me Dr. Smoothlove. Let's just kill this guy. Move on. Alright, the true enemy, which by the way happens to be one of the easiest. Basically, bubbles of bad words like blood, hate, and anger slowly ascend, and it's your job to grab them, shake them to goodness, and toss it right back at the black box man thingy. Yeah. Which turns out to be Professor Theo's twin, Leo. Even though he loved Theo and wanted to live with him forever, he couldn't control his evil desires and therefore tried to capture Theo alive, only to let Theo destroy him, thus giving him inner peace. But we can't allow that, because remember, Marina is a dick. And so the evil is destroyed. Or is it? Even after the evil emperor being destroyed, and even after the B sector confess that they're no longer under the influence of evil and only seek out justice, they go like, screw justice, let's rematch Marina, and go all Power Rangers on me.
Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Mighty Morphin Power Rangers!
Now, of all the bosses I've fought in this game, this guy is a douche. He won't take damage if I take his rocket hand and toss it right back at him. First, the rocket hand ratio is so small that it takes forever, and even when it does, you must hit him meanwhile he tries to dodge. If you don't, there'll be this short silence, followed by... Why you? 3 being the magic number, we finally defeat the enemy, and now everything is at peace. You return King Esther to the village. Keep an eye on this guy. Thanks. And everyone celebrates. Happy, happy ending. Except for the countless manipulated minions and the heartbroken Leo. A final cool thing they did in this game is how they let you see the original form, the human forms, which I think is kind of cool. Here's the B sector, you got Lunar, you got Taurus, you got Mercury, Dr. Smoothlove, and you even got Marina. She's cute. And that pretty much wraps up Mischief Makers. But don't forget, grabbing is where you must begin, shaking for the treasure within, and throwing for is how to win. The cheesiness.